Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Roisin Cure here, and in today's video, Ruben, who you might think you love, gets very loud and annoying. When I was a child in the 70s and 80s, my parents really loved to go to Connemara in the west of Ireland for holidays. There was 8 of us, so there wasn't always 8 of us. It started out as 4 when I was the number 3 in the family. But by the time I was about 10, there were 8 of us. 8 of us kids in the family. So going abroad in the 70s and 80s was never going to be a thing that you could do easily with 8 kids. I don't think you could do it now either. So my parents used to take a holiday home out in the west of Ireland, and then after a few years they bought a place out in Cleggan, and it was the most stunning house you can possibly imagine. 1970s splendour in all the best ways, very James Bond. It was absolutely exquisite, right on the coast. And one of the things I loved to do was go to the local beaches and gather up shells and find a nice smooth pebble and make shell people and shell creatures, particularly shell mice, out of shells and glue and little bits of string and I don't know what else. And you know, it's a long time since I've thought about those little shell creatures, but I was reminded of them today when I cycled down to a beach quite close to where I live. And of course, Ruben was in the front basket looking out over all he surveyed and looked like he was all set for a fabulous time. And so was I. It was a beautiful sunny morning. However, when we got down, Ruben was, chill and calm. But very quickly, I discovered an almost perfect ball hidden underneath the seaweed. And I decided Ruben would like to play with it, and I threw it for him. And unfortunately, it went to his head almost immediately, and he lost the plot and started ruining my video, ruining my drawings, destroying the piece, and altogether making an utter nuisance of himself. So anyway, all that aside, I had a fabulous morning, and I was thrust back to my childhood years when all was easy and innocent, and the storm that is your adolescence, and sometimes storm that is being a parent, it was all in the distant future. So enjoy this little scrap of Galway in the glorious month of May. I hope you really enjoy the video. Well, it's a beautiful morning, and I have my little friend all ready to go. Ruben, Rubes, Ruben, Rubes, are we going on the bike? Bike? Oh, for God's sake. All right, Ruben is locked in. He's ready to go. Doesn't want to be spoken to. Let's get going. Getting close to my destination now, down at the shore. So this is where I let Ruben run off the lead, because there's not usually any traffic here from here onwards. Go on, Ruben, run. Good boy, keep running. Good boy. Just before the beach, we came across a field of cattle, and there's a big bull in the middle. So I thought, got a little bit frightened. You can see the bull there with the big, dark, reddy orange mane. Well, we're here at the beach. I thought we were going to be a long way from the bull, but actually they're just literally, look, there's the wall, there's the beach, there's Ruben. Anyway, I don't think Ruben's going to mess with the bulls and the calves and the cows, but I'm going to keep nice and far away from them. Okay, let's get down to the beach. So here I am. It's completely peaceful. There's nobody here at all. I can see some there's a heron in the shore, and there's an egret. Can't remember the proper name, but it's a recent visitor from Europe. And Ruben and I are going to have a nice time. This beach is quite unusual, close to us, in that it's made entirely of shells and coral. And it takes me right back to the coral beaches that I spent so much time on as a child out in Connemara. Well, the bull and his ladies and his children have decided to migrate, and I think that's okay. No, Reuben, no. Okay, I guess I'll throw it for him. Gross and slimy though it is. Make him happy, I suppose. Just wish you wouldn't bark about it so much. Destroys the peace. No, no, we're not barking. No, we're not barking. Well, I thought I was doing something nice, letting Reuben play with the ball that I found, and he's just completely destroyed the piece. Anyway, I'm doing my best to regain it by drawing these shells on the ground. Oh, quiet. And in a minute I'm going to start painting them. Look, this is the real Reuben. This is the real Reuben. That's right. No, 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 no. He loses the plot when it comes to balls. Okay, Reuben, I was just about to say he's got bored of the ball, but I think I spoke too soon. Anyway, I've done my little bit of shell drawing and seaweed, and I'm going to do a bit of painting. So I have my little paint box here, and the sun is getting warmer, which is really nice. Okay, let's get going. Well, I'm getting there. Just a couple of orangey yellow ones to add now, I think. I'm having a philosophical moment. Hopefully Reuben doesn't start barking too loudly. Maybe I can give him the ball. Here, quick, give it to me. See, he won't just give it to me and then I can chuck it and be done with him. Oh, so annoying. Okay, well that came back a bit quicker than I anticipated. I'm having a philosophical moment, Reuben. Shut up. Okay, I've buried it in the sand, and hopefully that'll give me a chance to be philosophical. I just wanted to say that, you know, when you're young, every one of us who's alive today has memories of our childhood, and those blissful moments when there was nothing in your little head except the task at hand. And for me, a lot of that was spent down at the shore in various locations in Connemara. And I used to go to places like where I am right now, the Coral Strand, and places filled with these beautiful shells. And I used to collect some shells and bring them back to whatever holiday place we were staying in. And my parents would buy me a stick of Yoo-hoo, and I would be happy. A tube of Yoo-hoo, real sticky glue. Oh, he's found it. And so I feel like, you know, they say you can't go home, you can't go back to childhood. But I feel that by doing these shells and positioning myself here amongst them like this, I feel like I'm reclaiming a tiny little moment of my childhood. Okay, I buried it again. He found it, and then I pretended to throw it, so he's off trying to find it. I think he's on to me. God, he's going to hate me. So yeah, I feel like I've put my foot on top of the place where I've buried it. But yeah, I feel like I've managed to, I don't know, just kind of re-grab a moment of my youth, my childhood. And it wasn't as loud and as barky as I remember it. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to get at. Oh God, thank you so much for your patience, if you are indeed feeling any with this ridiculous dog. So needless to say, my SketchPocket has made this all doable and possible, and I'm thrilled to have it with me today. Here are some close-ups of these beautiful little shells that litter the beach. I don't know. I really feel like I'd be making a huge painting or something. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, time to wrap it up. Pack up my SketchPocket and leave this beautiful place. Pack up Ruben's new ball that we've beachcombed. And onto the bike and home again. Ruben's definitely had his exercise for the day. See, this is nice. This is nice. Little quiet noises. Look how happy he is. Well, we're coming to an end of this little video. I'm going to make some formal drawings of a collection of the shells, but I figured for now I could just leave it at this very, very relaxed kind of a sketch from the beach. I went back to the beach later on in the evening. I went with Marcel, my husband, and we laid out a picnic rug and had a beer. And as you can see, the tide is in, and he found this tiny fragment. Sorry, Ruben, not the husband. Found this tiny fragment of ball, and then he tried to make Marcel throw it for him, and it's completely ridiculous. Look at the tiny fragment of tennis ball. I mean, come on, Ruben. It's ridiculous. Here's the bull that I filmed earlier, but I got this gorgeous shot of him, and this is his wife, and she's very protective of him. See, look, she doesn't want him to be filmed. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I will show you some close-ups of drawing shells, more formally, I suppose. I'm going to start that now, so keep an eye out for the next YouTube, and we'll see you very soon. Bye now.